Well, that's a moment for the history books. And of course, the Tech Today team, like all of you all watching at home or wherever you were watching this particular historic moment, all of us were watching India Today, the home of Tech Today. And honestly, what a stellar job done by our team of reporters and anchors. And you've obviously been tuned in to the Tech Today website as well. That's www.techtoday.in to understand more about this particular mission. But over the past few days, if you've read a lot and consumed a lot of content, one thing we want to tell you, there's a lot of tech, AI, and so much that was at play behind this particular successful grand mission. And that's what the Tech Today team has put together for you in this special report.
Here we have a majestic liftoff carrying India's prestigious Chandrayaan-3 spacecraft.
लैंडर मॉड्यूल पूरी तरह से सेफली और सॉफ्टली चंद्रमा की सतह पे लैंड हो चुका है.
We have achieved soft landing on the moon.
23rd August was a historic day for India, to be remembered by generations in future. India has become the first country to soft land a spacecraft on the south pole of the moon and the fourth nation to reach the lunar surface. What is the significance of this mission? Earlier, the Chandrayaan mission discovered water on the lunar surface, providing further curiosity and possibility to offer rocket fuel, breathable oxygen, hydration for astronauts or even human stations in future. India now has an opportunity to discover if human survival is possible on the moon. Many space agencies from across the world were racing for the South Pole, including Russia, with its recent attempt with Luna 25. But India successfully managed to become the first nation to do the soft landing. Chandrayaan-3, launched on 14 July from Sriharikota, is a follow-up to Chandrayaan-2. 4 years after Chandrayaan-2 lander could not land as the on-ground crew lost contact with the lander during its descent, the next mission fulfilled the dream. 2's orbiter continues to circle the moon even today and will help the Vikram lander send images and data to Earth for analysis.
Chandrayaan-2 had, shall I say, some built-in problems. And one was a problem of the software where if I tell you that it was there in the program that it had contradictory commands. And one is to say go, one is to say not go. Another problem was the stability margin. And the stability was not proper because we had a very stringent weight budget with respect to Chandrayaan-2's lander.
Changes were made for the third mission with stronger legs for the Vikram lander. A broader landing area of 4.2 kilometers long and 2.5 kilometers wide, meaning the spacecraft had a higher margin of error. The earlier spacecraft had 500 meters to 500 meters patch as the landing zone. Additionally, with Chandrayaan-3, the scientists also focused on covering all bases by using a failure-based system, analyzing all that can possibly fail during the landing, including engine failure, calculation failure, or failure of the sensors, and so on. These scenarios were then rectified. The Chandrayaan-3 lander also carried more fuel than Chandrayaan-2 to ensure Vikram lander is able to make any last-minute change or maneuver in its landing site if required. Moreover, the Chandrayaan-3 lander had solar panels on all the 4 sides instead of 2 in Chandrayaan-2. This way, the lander can continue to draw solar power even if it landed in a wrong direction. These improvements contributed to a triumph touchdown of Chandrayaan-3. The mission does not end with the soft landing, but in fact begins now. Pragyan rover is currently performing experiments to study the history and composition of Moon's geology. With the help of its payload, it will derive chemical compositions and mineralogical composition on the lunar surface. It will also determine the elemental composition of the Moon and the rocks around the landing site. Both the Vikram lander and Pragyan rover are designed to function in the presence of only the sunlight. Hence, they will work there for 1 lunar day, which is equal to 14 Earth days. Isro chief S. Somnath says that because the temperature of the moon falls drastically in the absence of the sun, both lander and rover cannot work during that time.
Pragyan rover is just on the moon now. Now we have to move it further. There are a lot of things to do, which includes path planning, traveling little more distances. Then after that, doing experiments with it. but that will take some more time, and we have to have various other conditions suitable for it, including ground visibility, the ground stations availability, and very many things have to be checked. So depending on that, further activities on rover will take place.
So what next for the space agency? ISRO chief has also announced a new mission called Aditya L1, which will be India's first solar mission. Expected to be launched next month, this mission will study sun's lair for nearly 5 years. With the success of Chandrayaan-3, ISRO has definitely reignited the passion for space exploration among millions across the globe. And clearly, there is a lot more to come.